Welcome to the Agilists Aspire and Achieve in Your Agile Career video podcast series. This series is all about helping you grow, thrive, and making an impact in your career in the community with an agile mindset. Whether you're just starting out or you're an experienced practitioner, we're here to bring you inspiring stories, actionable advice, and meaningful conversations that will help you navigate and excel in your agile career, meeting some amazing mentors along the way. Get ready to aspire, achieve, and thrive in the next step of your journey.
Anne, welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight or today. Your morning, my yes. Evening.
Yes. Thank you for having me again.
No worries. For those who haven't heard your previous episode, you want to just give us a bit of an introduction, please?
Yes. So I'm Annie. I'm currently working as a Product and Agile Coach in Germany, in Berlin. And I've been also a product manager for a couple of years. But I'm from Brazil, so it's been recent moving here. And yes, I think, is there any more information?
No, but I did say your name wrong. So there you go. You said Annie? Is that what you said?
Yes, it's the pronunciation from Brazil. Like people usually say Annie, but it's
beautiful. Okay. You must be used to that by now.
Yes, it's fine.
My apologies. So the topic for today's episode is the logistics of international work. As you mentioned, you've moved from Brazil to where you are now. Do you want to give us a bit of a timeline or a history lesson on how you found yourself from moving from Brazil to Germany, where you are now?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I liked a lot my job in Brazil. It was really nice, a little challenging. I was changing teams. But I worked with a product that I really liked. But I felt that maybe it was time for another opportunities, like, I don't know, high flights maybe. And then I decided that I wanted within the company also, I was looking for internal positions. And then I thought, like, why not having an international opportunity? Within the company, there was an opening for a position. And then I started to adjust my curriculum. So I hired a person specialized on that, like to shape a little bit my LinkedIn and my curriculum, how to write my experiences, and maybe to be a little bit more attractive to the audience that I was looking for. And then after that, I started to check the agility groups or the groups that they do have in LinkedIn, right, for workshops and learnings. And usually they post some positions there. And then I found this position that it was really attractive for me in a sense of challenging. They were putting together the agile area, and I thought it was going to be a good experience. And then I applied for the position, like casually applying, but really wanting to see how it went. Also to practice a little bit the interviews, because it's very different from company to company, for country to country. And then I did the first interview, and it was really, really good. I really loved the leader and the challenges. And then I decided to keep going. We had, I think, a round of 6 interviews or 7.
Wow.
Yes, it was really extensive with business cases and stuff. But because one of the things that I I told Emily and also all my friends or every people that reach out, you really need to understand if the company is willing to pay your visa or help you to visa. Because if you don't have European citizenship, then you need the company to provide at least the documentation for you to work in another country, right? So this for me was the most important part because I really enjoyed the position. So on the first or second interview, I asked like, I need a sponsorship. Are you willing to sponsor me on that? And the answer was positive. I kept going in the process, and then I finally got the job. They made an offer, and they gave me 3 months working from Brazil to understand the company and the teams and etc. And while my visa was getting ready, right? It took, I think, 3 months, a little bit less, maybe 2 months and a half to gather all the documentation. Here in Germany, it's a little bit specific because you have to validate your diploma, and then you need to translate it to German. And then there in Brazil, there are just a couple of few people that do it because they need to be linked with the German consul there, embassy. So it took me a little while, but then everything went well, and I moved here in 2023.
Wow. So how long did that whole process take? You said the 3 months, but even like when you first applied for the job and all of the interviews and things, how long did that whole process take?
It was a little bit extensive. I think I applied to the position on April. And then all the interviews and rounds took until September or end of August, beginning of September.
Yep. And sorry, did you move within the same company or did you move left?
No. Yes, I was. Yeah. Like the position in the company that I was before really opened my perspective for like, well, maybe this is an option, right? Maybe I can move abroad and it will be nice. But I did went through a couple of stages for the internal interview, I think 2 or 3. And then the position I think was closed. They didn't want, I think, to have that position anymore, or they did like some restructure. But at this time, I was already like on the interview for my company, my current company.
Wow. That's pretty brave and persistent to go through that, 5-6 months of interviews and things like that. Could you speak German before you moved?
No, I cannot until German is a very difficult language to learn. I mean, you see like movies or series or people talking about, oh, German is difficult and things like that. And then when I started learning, because during these 3 months, I said, like, I need to go there, like speaking something. And then since my time zone was dislocated, so I started very early because there are 4 or 5 hours difference depending. So in Brazil, it's before. I started to do some intensive course German in the afternoon. So I did like 3 hours for 3 months. And when I got here, the first hello I heard, I was like, oh my God, I cannot speak this language. It was very traumatizing. it took me a while to get back to
Yeah.
trying to learn again.
So it can be quite a confronting language, I've found. But yeah, wow. Okay. Well, good. That's amazing. So how long have you been in Germany now?
It's been 2 years and a half.
3 years. Wow.
It's been a lot. It goes very fast.
So how did you organize once you moved where you're going to live and all of that logistics? How did that go?
Yes, particularly in Berlin, it's very hard to find an apartment. And then with the company that I'm working with right now, they gave me some expat support. So I had this guy that he was helping me to understand the environment. And then he gave me a couple of websites here that I could look and see the apartments that I liked. And then I was very lucky, to be honest, because some of my friends came and they needed to stay in hotels for a while because they didn't find like apartments right away. But since I had the 3 months, I started to look very early because people already told me like it's very hard. You need to apply to a lot of apartments, and the landlord needs to choose you like based on income. And then I needed to make a presentation letter in German, which the guy helped me. So this kind of stuff, it's a little bit annoying because in Brazil it's very different. Like we want the apartment, we go there with the realtor, and then if like you like the apartment and it's available, you make an offer and it's yours. Like nobody wants to meet you, nobody wants to.
Similar in
And here,
Australia.
yes, here it's very different. And it's a little bit more difficult because you are coming with they, I believe they are looking for long-term commitments. And since I had like my probation period and my visa was only 6 months until I passed the probation, then I could have like the real long visa. So it was a little bit harder, but I applied for, I don't know, 30 apartments. And at the end, I received like two positive answers, and I chose one of them. I said, like, I will start with that, and then I'll go from there.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you still there now? Have you moved?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
No.
There you go.
Yes,
As well.
Because it's a little bit, yes, it's annoying. As I told you, the process is a little bit annoying. So I thought about moving a couple of times, but then every time that I think, oh, I'm going to need to start the process again, then I'm like, yes, it's good here. I'm sticking to this apartment for now.
Good on you. I can understand why. So what were some of the other challenges you had moving to a completely different country?
Yes, here in Berlin, like my company speaks English all the time, so the formal communication is English. I didn't have much difficulty with the language business-wise, but I mean, I'm living in Germany, so I should speak German with people, right? So this for me was one of the first ones. And as I told you, I was a little bit traumatized. And then a couple of things happened on my personal life, and then I postponed since I wasn't like obligated to speak German on a business wide. And then my friends also speak English very well, like people that I knew here. So it wasn't an initial challenge for me. But this year I felt very hard that I needed to speak German. So I started the course, and then it's getting a little bit easier. But I mean, I'm on the B1, that's business one level. And it's still very hard for me to speak on the street and talk to people because it's a very particular language for me, because Portuguese is totally different. So this is, for me, it's been my main challenge. Like when you arrive here, you look at the supermarket and it's crazy to buy groceries and stuff, right? So this was a little bit challenging at the beginning, like to feel the environment and to understand, because it was really different. And also the culture is a little bit like, I'm Latina, I'm from Brazil. People are very welcoming. Oh, yes, let's be friends, let's talk. And here it's very, very different. People are very polite. They are good on having small talks in the office, and then having conversations, but it's hard to make actual friends. Like, let's come, like we do in Brazil, come to my house, and then let's have dinner or something. They are very not suspicious, but they are very careful with friendships overall. So they have already their friends and a very small cycle, and then it's a little hard to penetrate.
Yeah, right.
For me, I think those were the two main challenges, and also the rhythm of work. It's a little bit different. So at the beginning, it was a little hard for me not to be like crazy Brazilian delivering everything since day one. Here, it's more like, and I think it's better. I mean, for me, like you have more time to plan and absorb and understand the environment and the team that you are working with. So I think this time at the beginning for me, it was a little challenging, but now I see it as a good thing. So I've learned a little bit with them.
Beautiful. Any regrets?
No, actually not. The first year was very hard. And I arrived here in winter, which people said to me that it's the worst thing I could ever done because I'm from Brazil and we have sun every day and it's really warm. Even when it's cold, we still have beautiful sunny days. And here it's all gray and rainy and snowy. So it was a little bit depressing at the beginning. And also, I didn't have much friends. So I stayed a lot at home. But now I really enjoy, like I got used to like the environment and the people and how people are, like a little bit culturally more understanding and empathizing. So I know that I'm gonna meet someone and it's gonna take actually a longer time to bond, and so it's been, I think I'm more used to, and I'm enjoying the good things. Of course, I miss my family all the time, my friends, like very, very good friends I have in Brazil. But yes, I think I feel more belonging now.
Beautiful. So, do you have any other practical tips, or so let's say there's somebody that's in similar situation to you that you were in 2023. Do you have any kind of practical tips for that person if they're applying for jobs in other countries? What they need to do before they kind of move and apply and all of those sorts of things, and maybe after they move as well. Any practical advice?
Yes, for me, like by my experience, what I would do is I would do the same thing with maybe some consultancy, or even today, like we have a lot of AIs to change, like make it a little bit more specific for the audience you want. Some countries have different resumes. They want to see different things or different words on your LinkedIn or curriculum. So I would really start with that. And also, the consultancy that I did was really good because she gave me tips like whenever you apply into the position and then you have, like, for example, the recruiter there, you can send a message to this person saying, "Hi, I'm from Brazil. I was wondering if this position give visa sponsorship because I really want to." And then if you are willing to pay for the sponsorship, then you can say, "I just need like the documentation because I'm willing to pay for my relocation on my own," and things like that. Like, be a little bit more bold and tell the recruiter what you want and what you need. That would be like my first one. And also do a little research on how is to find apartments, life there, if you are willing to learn the language, because it's really important. I think it's a different experience. Right now I speak very little, but for me it's very different from when I didn't speak anything, like even on train stations or supermarkets or things like regular things day to day, that it's very annoying if you don't speak the language. That would be one. And if you have some support systems, like if you have some friends that are already living somewhere, for me would be good, because like it would be like a tip, because I had one friend here that really carried me away for like the first year. Otherwise, I don't know if I would be like here.
Yes, still. Yeah.
Would have existed.
Yeah.
To stay.
Yeah. Yeah. I can imagine how having someone who's already been through their first year kind of help you get through your first year. Be something you could pass on too. Have you had other people move over from Brazil since you've moved over that you've kind of taken under your wing?
No, my close friends are still there.
Well,
The opposite, which was really sad. And I think we get to sometimes get used to it, because I made really, really good friends and amazing friends, like my support system here, and they left. So some Brazil, some change countries, and it's always, you think you're gonna get used to it, but it's always very sad. Like, oh, I was very angry with my last friend that got back to Brazil. I was like, I cannot believe, I don't want to hear, because it feels like you're losing family, because that's like we build a big family. Of course, you are abroad, you are alone, and then your friends are really close, like they are all you have. Like in a supporting system, like psychological safety and stuff like that. So for you to feel secure in a country that it's not yours, you speak barely the language, and yes, like, I don't know, if something happens, right, they are the people that are gonna be there for you. So it's very hard.
words of wisdom for those people that are thinking along the same lines as you. Or they might just be people that are looking for a new role and haven't even thought about looking abroad. Do you have any words of wisdom for them?
I don't know if it's wisdom, but it's more like a sharing my experience. I think it's not overthinking. Like, if you really want to move, go ahead and look the opportunities, the best ones for you. Look for companies that you like and that you're gonna feel supported, right? That you know that there are good companies for you to work. Search online about the company that you are going. That was really good for me to feel that I was changing for a company that I would like, because I really like my previous one. And I think, like, go for it, be courageous. And if you don't match all the requirements, like, apply and then try. Like, don't be scared to tell the recruiter or the people that you are going for the position what the things that you want. Like, well, I need a sponsorship, or I really need, I don't know, these or these benefits. I think it's okay. What helped me was to think that it was a two-way street. I mean, the company, of course, the company needs to like me to hire, but I also need to like the position to be there, and the company, and the culture. So for me, it was good to think it's not, I need to be accepted, but I also need to be, or I need to be chosen, or I need to be very good. Like, they also need to be good for me. So this exchange of thoughts helped me a lot. Yes, I think, don't overthink. It's the most one, because if you think about everything that you're gonna leave behind and all the things that you're not gonna do it, because at the beginning it's not very easy, but it's not that difficult as well. And I think this part of creating a safe way for you, like, how am I gonna feel safe if I'm there? I don't know anyone, but I still gonna have my job and things like that, or a good apartment that I like to live in. Like, make yourself a little bit feeling security, and then I think the rest will come along. And if also, you can always go back. Like, for me, Brazil, it's my country. It's the place that I really love. And it's the place that I have my passport. And if everything goes wrong or well, I don't know, I can always go back. And you can always try another job if you don't like. You can always try another position if you don't like. So it's not overthinking. Everything can be reversed. You can always go back. So for me, it's, I think, what helped me to move forward and change countries to a very, I've never been in Germany before I moved in, so it was a completely different, but I didn't think much. I said, okay, let's see what happens. And if I don't like, I can always come back.
That is very powerful and good advice. Thank you, Annie. And now you live in Europe.
Yes.
So you can visit other countries because they're just there.
Yes, that's true. That's the best part, I guess. Like, it's Brazil is very big. So for every place that we want to go, we need to walk a lot inside the country, which is really good, travel inside too. But here it's things are smaller.
Yeah.
And there's one thing that we don't have there that we have here that I really like, it's trains. So you can take the train and go somewhere, and it's really nice.
Amazing. Yeah, Australia's similar, I guess, to Brazil. We're a big country, even though we look small on the map, but we're quite big. It takes a long time to get anywhere within Australia, or flying to somewhere else in the world. It's a very long way. So for me, like, if I was going to Germany, it would be a good 24 hours of travel time, and then completely opposite time zone and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, you could take 2 weeks off work and spend half of that jet lagged and traveling and all of that sort of stuff. So Yes, Europe's a very long way away for anyone in Australia. So you live there now, so you can go and explore all of the little countries that would have been hard to do from Brazil. So there's another benefit for living over there.
Yes, I think for me, it's the most charming part also.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is that I can have my friends over from Brazil and they have a home to stay here. And I love, like, it's my favorite part when they come and then we travel together or just staying here in Berlin or Germany. It's really nice. But what you said, it's very true. It's a little bit less dreamy than I thought. I thought like, yes, I'm living in Europe, I can travel and stuff. But we have to work and we get tired. And during the week, sometimes I just want to relax. And then the cold is terrible. Like you don't want to get out of your house when it's too cold. But other than that, it's really nice, like having 1 hour flight to, I don't know, Italy or something. And then you can go there and enjoy. It's the plus part.
Yes, definitely. Well, thank you for your time, Annie. It's been great chatting to you and hearing about your story. I was going to say your courageous story, because that is massive move. And just think about all of that extra resilience that you've got now because you've managed to move on the opposite side of the world and you're still here and you're loving it. So congratulations. Thank you for sharing your story and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much. It was lovely being here again. And if anyone have any questions or need any help, I'm also here to support. Thank you very much, Renae. So it was lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Agilists Aspire and Achieve in Your Agile Career. We hope you found inspiration and practical tips to elevate your Agile journey. Remember, growth doesn't happen alone, so consider exploring the Women in Agile Mentorship Program and/or follow the Agile Careers MPO on LinkedIn to see more content geared towards advancing your own career. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what topics you'd love to see next. Keep inspiring, keep achieving, and continue thriving in your career.